All right, folks, listen, you done seen the thumbnail, and I know some of y'all jumped in that time machine and went back to when you was a kid, right? So listen, right off the back, you know we making a corned beef hash. Super simple. Look at these ingredients, and I'm gonna do mine just a little different, right? So come on in here and take a look at this. Look, I got the brisket right here, which what I did was I already cooked this. Now on the recipe card, when you guys go to my website, I'm gonna show you how, tell you guys how I did it. It was no need for me to just actually show that. But when I cut these down, when I cut it down like this, look, you just wanna cut these, right? Now I'm not gonna bore you. Let me slice this up because I want to cube this. All right, so what I did was, you saw, I just cut them down into decent sized slices, right? I'm gonna cut this down, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cube those. But before I do that, I wanna go ahead and peel because we wanna get this to start to work. Now, there's two ways we can do these, right? I'm gonna show you a cool little trick how I get down and do them. If you guys have what I have, if not, you can do them regular. All right, so now that I got my potatoes peeled, right? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this out the way. All right, so look, this is my little gem right here. This is my French fry cutter. I got it, everybody not gonna have these. You guys cut your French fry size down any which way you would like. I like to do mine this size right here, right? And I'm gonna show you, it just cuts down because I'm gonna cube these, right? So if I put this over here like this and just push this through, look at this. This just saves me, right? So now we have this, we got these, right? And then all I have to do is take them. Let's see, I just take a couple like this, and then I just cube them up. And these are gonna be the little potatoes or hash browns that go inside the corned beef. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just stick these in here, right? We don't want them to turn brown anyway, but I wanna show you something. We wanna get that starch off of here, right? So let me get some cold water. Now I'm just gonna fill this up. And you guys will be able to see how much starch is just on here. Anyway, I was told that, once the starch is off, it helps it brown a little bit better, But look at how murky that water is already. So what I like to do is do it a couple of times, right? Just to get that out of there, get that starch off of it. I like to see my water clear. All right, so you guys can see the difference, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take myself a couple of paper towels. Let me get set up. All right, so we take them. Then you just wanna, get them as dry as possible, right? What we wanna do is we just wanna cube them up. That's why I make them like French fries. I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now by just looking at them. And it's up to you, the size that you want them to be. So then we just put them in some water, so these don't get brown. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. No need to bore you. You guys got it. All right, so you can see all of these are, like cut down into cubes, right? Now there's two ways you can do this. If you wanna do it the expedited way, I want you guys to pay attention to this. You see I got my pot here. I can take these, put some water in here and boil them until they get, toothpick tender, right? Then I can take them and then transfer them over here to my, cast iron. Or I can take them and put them into the cast iron, but this is where it takes a little bit longer, but it'll be more like them home type fries, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go for the speedy part. Just put these in there. These probably only take about 20 minutes. Excuse me. It don't even take that long. At that size right there, only take a few minutes. Let's just get them nice and soft, cube those down, and let's get this going. Okay, so I put the potatoes on, they going right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put about 4 tablespoons of butter in here, right? We wanna go ahead and let this get melted. Right now, I got a medium flame underneath the bottom here. So it's gonna take a minute for the heat to disperse. This is a heavy cast iron, right? So don't forget the burner right here. It's got to work its way out, So if I wanted to melt faster, I just put it there. But I'm gonna let it do its thing. We're gonna take our time with it. Meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and work with this corned beef, right? So I'm gonna just take it, stack these on top like this. And what we wanna do is we just wanna cube, right? So it's up to you. I'm gonna cut against it, the grain right now, like this. You kind of like want them all to be about the same size, right? So they'll all be together, be done at the same time, right? So that's the general rule. I could look at some of these I'm doing, and I'm not doing a very good job, right? But let's just say I take these because these stay like that. If we gonna cube, we just cut them like that. You guys got to adjust. You do whatever method is best for yourself. I'm just gonna give you the idea, get you set up, get you in the ballpark, You know what I mean? And then we finna create something epic. Okay, so now that everything has melted right here, right? Heat still on low. Just take your time with it. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna go ahead and just put our onions in. Really just like a little small onion, that's all you need. You wanna make sure it's got all that buttery goodness on top of it as it starts to cook down a little bit and release its flavors inside of here. All right, so once you get them like, I'm gonna say I'm about 90% of the way where they'll be just like super, super soft, I'm gonna go ahead and just strain them. You know what I mean? Hit them with this cold water. Rinse anything that's off of them, like any starch that was on there. Stop that cooking process for now, right? All right, so now we come back over here. You can look and see where we at. Whew, nothing like having butter and onions, right? So what we're doing is building a lot of flavor. So then when we add the corned beef, right? And because we boiled and went ahead and got our potatoes nice and almost where they need to be, you guys gonna love this part, right? We're gonna put all those flavors into that soft potato. And this is the way I make, my corned beef, right? Now you guys can make it, look right here. You see this right here? It can be made from the can. But I thought, being honest with you, making a video or whatever, I think this looks the best. You know what I mean? I know it might look a little tricky. And the fact that we're using the, brisket, right? So let's see if I can find a couple of pieces. See that right there? Look, that's some of the fat. And when I tell you we build in layers, that's what I mean. Onion, we got the fatty, some of that fat from the corned beef. Then we just gonna cook this down. I don't care if my onions disappear. It left all the flavor in the inside though, right? And I'm taking my time with it. I'm gonna raise this heat up in just a minute, but right now we just wanna make sure everything is coated. I'm gonna make sure it's rock solid down here on the bottom. Then we're gonna move up to like a medium highish flame. Now I want you guys to come on in here and look at this down here. I wish you guys could smell it. Oh, and just to let you guys know, I'm still working on a smell-o-vision, because as soon as I got that patent and down, I'm gonna have that. Because listen, the aromatic that's coming up off of this right here, look at them onions. I haven't even hit it with the spices yet. Woo! For the star. Because I know a lot of y'all out there, y'all them meat and potato type people. Anyway, when you're saying corned beef though, you can't, I guess you can do it without it, but to me, this is the dish right here. Look at that right there, folks. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and hit it with a little bit of our spices. Oh, and I'm gonna say it again, you guys, don't forget the full ingredient list is on my website. That's smokingandgrillinwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this thyme and sprinkle this over here, on here. Now, for those of you guys that have been with me for a minute, this should look familiar. You know what I mean? We cook with a lot of spices. We're not using a lot of salt, and we're gonna use some of that pepper, right? So I'm gonna turn this, but right now I'm letting the bottom, crust up a little bit, darken up. That's what those potatoes are doing. Now we come over the top with that fresh black, and then we put just a couple of pinches of salt. That's all we're gonna need, folks, because we got that corn, that corned beef. Now I'm gonna still let this work, let that stay on the top, then I'm gonna go ahead and give it a mixture and let this bottom part kind of like flip that over and let it work. Okay, folks, so I want you guys to take a look at here. Now, as you can see, obviously from my spatula, I've been, flipping it over, doing this thing, right? You can hear it popping. When I take my spatula like this, right? And I turn it over, you see how that is? You want to get a little bit of that crust in there too. That's how it just helps it with the flavor, folks. So we'll just flip that over. And I'm trying not to beat it up. You know what I mean? Flip. And you see where you get that color from? Oh my goodness, this right here is really ready. Okay, so now that I have it flat, you guys can see it. Oh my goodness, this is it right here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn my fire off. Now it's up to you guys how you wanna do it. You can go ahead and add yourself an egg over easy over the top. Now I want you guys to talk to me down in the comment section below. How many of you guys like to have like egg over easy on it, right? So I could take this and just lay it right there like that. And that's it. Or I can lay a few on here so everybody can get it. And those who don't want it, you can just leave them in the pan. But that right there is my version of corned beef hash. Now check it out. Whew, I can't Can't wait to tear into this. Now you gotta do what you wanna do. I got it, it's corned beef hash, you know what I mean? Some people tell you, hey, you don't put no, and I can hear y'all now in the comment, hey, we don't put no cheese on there. But I'm gonna tell you, it ain't no right way or wrong way. You do it the way you wanna do it, right? We just put a little bit like this. Okay, folks, so I'm finna dig in. I done, tasted a couple of them. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and make sure I get my, my egg up off of here. You know what I mean? Look at that right there. Now don't forget, this is no way a traditional way, you know what I mean? But this is my way. Try it my way, let me know what you guys think. I could have leveled this up and seasoned it with a little bit of that Creole kick. But whatever you do, folks, make sure you're using that brisket. You know what I mean? So like I say, you can go to the store, you can buy it, it comes in a pack. You guys can cook it on my website. I'm gonna show you what I did. I'll just tell you too. I just put mine in a pot, like a Dutch oven, filled it up with some beef broth, and just went ahead and seasoned that up a little bit and boiled it. You can also take it, after you take it out of the pack, you can put it in your oven. There's many ways that you can do it. Or if you really want to keep it old school, do it out of the can. Now I feel like I'm rambling. Guess what, folks? We finna go in here and give me some of this. Oh yeah. Man, when it be times like this when I want to tell you guys, it just ain't fair, right? I get to cook and eat this good food, for a living. Now, I want you guys to tell me what would you do or what would you add to this to make it a little bit of your own? Hey, let me ask this one. How many of y'all have had corned beef hash and then did it out of the can? That's what I'm really interested in. It was a reason why I did it, but we're gonna do it this way. Next time you guys see me do it, I'm gonna go ahead and use the can too. Comes out just as good, but ain't nothing like this. If I wanna level it up, guess what? I smoked that brisket. If you're new to my channel, I want to take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking a mystery out of cooking. And if you want to know why I keep looking back and forth, I'm trying to figure out, do I load up now? Because everybody's finna come behind me and knock this off. So let me go ahead and give me one more scoop. And guess what? I'm out. Peace.